What if everything you thought you knew about our planet was just the surface of something far greater? Beneath the familiar mountains and oceans lies a world shaped by forces more powerful, more unpredictable, and more ancient than we can imagine. From deserts that breathe like living organisms, to waterfalls taller than skyscrapers, to rock formations that seem carved by an alien hand. Earth is a masterpiece billions of years in the making. Every color in a canyon wall, every ripple of sand, every frozen crystal at the edge of the world tells the story of our planet's evolution, one written in fire, water, and time. Scientists call it geology. Explorers call it wonder. But when you stand before it, you simply call it unreal. Today, we journey into the impossible corners of Earth, places that rewrite everything we thought we understood about nature. Because sometimes the greatest mysteries aren't found in outer space, but right here, on the planet we call home. Múlaglufur Canyon, Iceland. Tucked away in Iceland's remote southeast lies one of the country's most hidden natural wonders, Múlaglufur Canyon. Few visitors ever reach it, yet those who do describe it as stepping into a fantasy world sculpted by time itself. The canyon stretches for nearly 2 miles, with walls that soar over 600 feet high, draped in emerald moss and veiled by countless waterfalls. What makes Múlaglufur truly fascinating is its origin. Formed at the end of the last ice age, when melting glaciers carved deep veins through layers of volcanic rock, it remains one of Iceland's least disturbed geological formations. Beneath its cliffs flows the Múlavísl River, fed by ancient glacial meltwater from Vatnajökull, Europe's largest ice cap. Because it's hidden behind unmarked trails and ever-shifting weather, Múlaglufur Canyon feels untouched by time, a secret cathedral of stone and mist, where the earth still whispers the story of its creation. Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Deep in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan burns a fire that has never gone out, a crater locals call the Door to Hell. It's not a myth, but a real inferno that's been blazing for more than 5 decades. In the early 1970s, Soviet geologists were drilling for natural gas when the ground suddenly collapsed, swallowing their equipment into a massive pit nearly 230 feet wide. To prevent poisonous gas from spreading, they set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few days. But the flames never died. Today, the crater still glows day and night, a burning wound in the desert visible from miles away. Scientists say it could hold clues about life in extreme environments, while travelers describe it as standing before the gates of another world. Aktau Mountains, Kazakhstan. Hidden deep within Altyn Emel National Park in southeastern Kazakhstan lies one of Central Asia's most surreal wonders, the Aktau Mountains, meaning White Mountains in Kazakh. These mountains are not volcanic, but sedimentary, a colorful record of Earth's ancient past. Formed more than 25 million years ago, Aktau was once the floor of a vast inland sea. Over time, wind and erosion revealed stunning layers of red, orange, yellow, blue, and white rock, each band marking a different geological era. Scientists call it a natural history book written in stone. Fossils discovered here include prehistoric crocodiles, giant turtles, and ancient mammals that roamed this region 60 million years ago. The dry steppe climate has preserved these relics almost perfectly. Rising over 900 feet, the canyons and ridges stretch for nearly 18 miles across the desert, so remote that silence dominates the landscape. Dettifoss Waterfall, Iceland. In the vast wilderness of northeast Iceland, hidden within Vatnajökull National Park, roars one of the most powerful waterfalls on Earth, Dettifoss. Fed by the glacial river Jökulsá á Fjöllum, which flows from the mighty Vatnajökull ice cap, Dettifoss unleashes an incredible force, more than 130 cubic meters of water every second plunge over its edge. The waterfall stands over 100 feet tall and spans nearly 300 feet wide, sending up a constant mist that can be seen from miles away. Formed by volcanic eruptions and shifting glaciers over thousands of years, Dettifoss is sometimes called the Beast of the North. Its dark, basalt cliffs and grey, churning water give it an otherworldly power, a raw reminder of Iceland's violent geological heart. Few places capture nature's strength like this. When you stand before Dettifoss, the ground trembles beneath your feet, and the roar drowns out every thought, as if the earth itself is breathing. Yandang Mountain, Ferrata, China. High in eastern China's Zhejiang province, the Yandang Mountains rise like ancient stone fortresses. Sharp peaks, hidden caves, and misty cliffs carved by volcanic fire over 120 million years ago. Among these breathtaking formations lies one of China's most thrilling adventures, the Yandang Mountain Ferrata. Built along sheer vertical cliffs, this steel pathway allows climbers to scale the mountain's face hundreds of feet above the valley floor. Every step offers a view straight into the clouds, waterfalls plunging from knife-edged ridges, emerald forests clinging to impossible slopes, and the haunting call of eagles echoing through the peaks. What few know is that Yandang Mountain is also a UNESCO Global Geopark, celebrated for its rare rhyolite rock formations shaped when ancient lava met ocean water. Its name means goose pond, inspired by the mountain's curved ridges that resemble a flock in flight. Kwangsi Waterfall, Laos. Deep in the emerald jungles of northern Laos, just outside the ancient city of Luang Prabang, lies one of Southeast Asia's most enchanting natural wonders, Kwangsi Waterfall. Cascading in 3 magnificent tiers, this turquoise waterfall tumbles more than 200 feet from the forested cliffs above into a series of crystal blue pools so clear they seem unreal. What makes Kwangsi truly magical isn't only its beauty, but its chemistry. The water flows over limestone-rich rock, which filters sunlight into a brilliant blue hue found nowhere else in the region. During the dry season, the pools glow like liquid jade. In the rainy months, the falls thunder through the valley like a living heartbeat of the jungle. Surrounding it, butterflies drift through mist, and a nearby sanctuary protects rescued Asiatic black bears, a symbol of Laos's deep connection between nature and spirit. Few places on Earth blend serenity and power so perfectly. At Guangxi, time slows, and you begin to understand why locals call it a hidden paradise born of mountain dreams. Navajo Beach, Greece. On the remote northwest coast of Zakynthos Island in Greece lies one of the most iconic and mysterious shores on Earth, Navajo Beach, also known as Shipwreck Beach. Enclosed by towering limestone cliffs over 600 feet high, this hidden cove is accessible only by boat, giving it the feeling of a secret carved from stone and sea. Its legend began in the early 1980s when a smuggler ship called Panayotis ran aground during a storm. Abandoned to time, the rusted hull now rests on the white sand, a haunting centerpiece surrounded by the bluest waters in the Ionian Sea. What few visitors realize is that Navajo's brilliant turquoise color comes from microscopic limestone particles suspended in the water, scattering sunlight like liquid sapphire. Above the cliffs, a narrow viewpoint offers one of the most photographed scenes in the world. Yet the silence of the beach below feels timeless and untouched. Dedvli, Namibia. In the heart of Namibia's Namib-Naukluft National Park lies one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth, Dedvle, meaning dead marsh. Once a thriving oasis fed by the Sorchab River, it dried up nearly 900 years ago when shifting dunes blocked the water's path. What remains is a white clay pan surrounded by towering red dunes, some rising over 1,000 feet, among the tallest on the planet. Scattered across the pan stand, the ghostly remains of camel thorn trees, their dark skeletons preserved by the desert air for almost a millennium. They have not rotted because there is simply no moisture, only endless sunlight. Few places reveal Earth's extremes as vividly as Dedvle. It is silent, timeless, and otherworldly, a reminder that even death in the heart of the desert can become a masterpiece. Chocolate Hills, Philippines. In the center of the island of Bohol, Philippines, lies one of the world's most curious natural wonders, the Chocolate Hills. spanning more than 50 square kilometers. This landscape is dotted with over 1,200 cone-shaped hills, each rising up to 150 feet high. During the dry season, the lush green grass that covers them turns rich brown, transforming the valley into a sea of chocolate-colored mounds. And that's how the hills earned their sweet name. What makes them truly fascinating is their mysterious origin. Geologists believe the hills were formed from ancient coral deposits, lifted by tectonic activity and sculpted by wind and rain over millions of years. Local legend, however, tells of a giant who wept after losing his beloved, and his tears turned to stone. From the viewing deck in Carmen, the hills stretch endlessly toward the horizon, symmetrical, silent, and dreamlike. Dimboola, Pink Lake, Australia. Hidden in the far west of Victoria, Australia, lies one of the continent's most mesmerizing natural sights, the Dimboola Pink Lake. At first glance, it looks otherworldly, a shimmering expanse of rose-colored water set against golden salt flats and endless blue skies. But this isn't a trick of light. It's science at its most beautiful. The lake's striking pink hue comes from Dunaliella salina, a microscopic algae that thrives in the lake's high salinity. When sunlight and temperature align, the algae produce beta-carotene, the same pigment that colors carrots and flamingos. The result is a vivid pink that shifts to lilac or deep crimson as the water level changes. What few people know is that the lake's color once guided travelers and settlers across the Wimmera region, serving as a natural landmark in the flat Australian landscape. Today, it remains sacred to the local Wotjobaluk people who have lived beside it for thousands of years. KP Waterfall, India. Hidden in the misty valleys between Lonavala and Khandala in Maharashtra, Kune Waterfall, also known as KP Waterfall, is one of India's highest and most spectacular natural wonders. Dropping nearly 660 feet in 3 majestic tiers, it forms a silver ribbon cutting through the emerald green slopes of the Western Ghats. Surrounded by dense tropical forest, the waterfall is fed by monsoon rains that transform the landscape into a living canvas of mist, sound, and color. What makes Kuhn truly fascinating is its setting, located near the ancient Duke's Nose Cliff, a site sacred to Lord Shiva, and part of the same UNESCO World Heritage Region known for its rare orchids and endemic wildlife. The water gathers into crystal pools below, where locals once performed rituals, believing the falls held cleansing spiritual energy. Siwa Oasis, Egypt. Far out in Egypt's western desert, near the Libyan border, lies one of the most remote and mystical places on Earth, the Siwa Oasis. Surrounded by endless dunes and salt flats, Siwa is a lush miracle of palm groves, olive trees, and turquoise springs that has sustained life for thousands of years. It sits more than 300 miles west of Cairo, isolated from the modern world and steeped in legend. What makes Siwa extraordinary is its history. It was once home to the Oracle of Amun, where Alexander the Great journeyed in the 4th century BCE to be declared the son of Zeus. The ancient ruins of Agurmi still whisper that story through crumbling sandstone walls. The oasis is also known for its natural salt lakes, whose waters shimmer pink and turquoise under the desert sun. So dense, they let you float effortlessly. The people of Siwa, known as Siwans, speak a distinct Berber language and preserve traditions untouched for centuries, from salt brick architecture to handmade crafts and date harvesting. Irabu Bridge, Japan. Connecting Miyako Island and Irabu Island in Okinawa, Irabu Bridge is one of Japan's longest bridges, stretching nearly 3.5 miles, 5.4 kilometers, and completely toll-free. But what makes it truly remarkable isn't just its engineering, it's the unreal beauty of the turquoise sea beneath it. As you drive across, the ocean shifts from deep blue to crystal clear emerald, mirroring the vast, open sky above. On sunny days, it feels as if you're floating through the heavens, where the horizon disappears and the sea blends seamlessly with the clouds. Many travelers call it the Bridge to Heaven, a stretch of road where sunlight, wind, and waves unite to make you forget the world behind you. Hidden deep within the heart of West Papua, Paisupok Lake is one of Indonesia's most surreal natural wonders. A place so breathtaking it seems untouched by time. Surrounded by limestone cliffs and lush emerald forests, the lake glows with an unreal shade of turquoise that shifts under the changing light of the sun. Locals call it the mirror of heaven because on calm mornings, its surface perfectly reflects the sky, clouds, and trees, creating an illusion of another world beneath the water. The lake's isolation has preserved its purity. There are no roads leading directly to it, only winding jungle trails and small boats guided by locals. Swimming in its cool, crystal-clear waters feels almost sacred, as if nature itself were embracing you. Carved by the mighty Jinsha River, a tributary of the Yangtze, Tiger Leaping Gorge in China's Yunnan province is one of the deepest and most dramatic river canyons on Earth. Towering cliffs rise more than 10,000 feet above the roaring waters below, creating a landscape both terrifying and magnificent. According to legend, a tiger once escaped a hunter by leaping across the narrowest point of the gorge, a span of just over 90 feet, giving the site its name. The gorge stretches for about 10 miles, with trails that wind through misty mountains, roaring rapids, and tiny Naxi villages perched on the edge of cliffs. Rising like a colossal stone altar above the Lysefjord in southwestern Norway, Preikestolen, or Pulpit Rock, is one of the most breathtaking natural formations in the world. This massive cliff stands over 2,000 feet above the shimmering fjord below, its flat top stretching nearly 80 feet by 80 feet, perfectly shaped as if carved by ancient hands. Formed during the last ice age, retreating glaciers left behind this sheer granite masterpiece, sculpted by the slow power of nature over tens of thousands of years. Standing on its edge, travelers can feel the cold mountain wind rush past as the world falls away beneath their feet. The view is otherworldly, a panorama of rugged cliffs, emerald waters, and vast Norwegian wilderness. Stretching across the eastern edge of South Africa, the Drakensberg Mountains, meaning Dragon Mountains in Afrikaans, form one of the continent's most awe-inspiring natural wonders. Towering peaks rise to more than 11,000 feet, their jagged silhouettes often wrapped in mist that gives the range its mythical name. Formed over 180 million years ago, these basalt cliffs are part of the ancient Gondwana supercontinent, shaped by the same volcanic forces that once tore continents apart. Hidden within the valleys lie lush forests, crystal-clear rivers, and thousands of sand rock paintings, silent echoes of a civilization that lived here for over 4 millennia. The Drakensberg is not just a mountain range, it's a living museum of geology, art, and nature. Hidden deep within the rainforests of Indonesia's Seram Island lies Piala Waterfall, a breathtaking sight few travelers ever reach. Its name, meaning cup in Indonesian, comes from the unique bowl-shaped basin carved by centuries of rushing water. Here, a stream of pure spring water plunges into a pool so vividly turquoise it seems to glow from within. The water's clarity is astonishing, fed by underground sources that keep it cool and pristine throughout the year. Towering limestone cliffs wrapped in ferns and vines rise around it, creating a quiet sanctuary where sunlight filters through the canopy in golden streaks. The journey to Piala is no easy path. It winds through dense jungle and slippery rock, yet the reward is a place that feels almost untouched by human hands. Every winter, the city of Harbin in northeastern China transforms into a glittering frozen kingdom known as the Harbin Ice and Snow Festival, the largest ice and snow festival on Earth. Born in the early 1980s, this annual celebration turns the frigid winter into a world of light, art, and imagination. Towering ice castles, majestic sculptures, and even full-scale buildings are crafted from blocks of crystal-clear ice cut from the nearby Songhua River. Some rise as high as 6 or 7 stories, illuminated by colorful LED lights that make the night glow like a dream. Visitors can walk through frozen palaces, slide down icy ramps, or marvel at replicas of world landmarks, all sculpted by hand in sub-zero temperatures. The festival is not just a spectacle, but a symbol of human creativity, meeting the raw beauty of nature's cold. For a few magical weeks each year, Harbin becomes the shining capital of winter. Tucked high in the Appenzell Alps of northeastern Switzerland, Sialpsee is a mountain lake so serene it feels like a dream, suspended between earth and sky. Resting at an elevation of about 5,000 feet, the lake mirrors the jagged peaks of the Alpstein Range, creating a reflection so perfect it blurs the line between water and air. Formed thousands of years ago by retreating glaciers, Sialpsee's crystal-clear waters are fed by alpine springs, giving it a vivid emerald hue that changes with the shifting light. In summer, cows graze on the surrounding meadows, their bells echoing softly across the valley, while in winter, the lake freezes into a quiet sheet of glass beneath the snow. Reaching it requires a steep hike from the village of Wasserauen, but every step reveals a view more breathtaking than the last. Sialpsee is not just a lake, it's a glimpse of untouched Switzerland, where time slows and nature speaks in whispers. Located on the rugged Reykjanes Peninsula in southwestern Iceland, Grindavik is a small fishing town perched on the edge of a land shaped by fire and sea. With a population of just a few thousand, it sits near the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, where the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates slowly drift apart, creating one of the most geologically active regions on Earth. The town is surrounded by vast lava fields, steaming vents, and otherworldly landscapes, a stark reminder of Iceland's volcanic heart. Just outside Grindavik lies the Blue Lagoon, a world-famous geothermal spa whose milky blue waters are rich in minerals like silica and sulfur. But beyond the lagoon's fame, Grindavik itself offers a glimpse into Iceland's resilient coastal life. Colorful fishing boats, smoked fish traditions, and locals who live in harmony with an unpredictable landscape. Deep within East Java, Indonesia, lies Kawah Ijen, one of the most extraordinary volcanic craters on Earth. A place where fire burns blue and the air itself seems alive. Rising over 7,000 feet above sea level, this active volcano holds a turquoise acid lake, the largest of its kind in the world. Its surreal color comes from dissolved minerals, but at night, Kawah Ijen reveals its most haunting secret: electric blue flames that dance across the crater's surface. These are not illusions, but real fires caused by burning sulfuric gases escaping from cracks in the volcano. Miners carrying baskets of bright yellow sulfur on their shoulders climb into the crater every day, enduring toxic fumes and extreme heat in one of the world's most dangerous workplaces. Off the northeast coast of England, where the North Sea meets the wild shores of Northumberland, lies Lindisfarne, also known as Holy Island, a place steeped in mystery, faith, and legend. Linked to the mainland by a tidal causeway that disappears beneath the waves twice each day, the island feels like a world caught between heaven and earth. It was here, in the year 635, that Saint Aidan founded a monastery that became one of the earliest centers of Christianity in Britain. Centuries later, monks on Lindisfarne created the Lindisfarne Gospels, one of the most beautiful illuminated manuscripts in history. But peace did not last. In 793, Viking raiders attacked the island, marking the beginning of the Viking Age in Europe. Today, the ruins of Lindisfarne Priory and the small stone castle that crowns the hill stand as quiet witnesses to those ancient tides of faith and invasion. Holy Island remains a sacred place where history, myth, and sea mist intertwine. Zuma Rock, Nigeria. Rising nearly 2,300 feet above the plains of Nigeria, Zuma Rock is no ordinary monolith. Locals call it the gateway to the spirit world, and for centuries it has been cloaked in mystery. Its massive surface bears natural markings that resemble the face of a giant, complete with eyes, a nose, and lips. Some say these are signs of ancient spirits watching over the land. Geologists tell us the rock is more than 100 million years old, formed long before humans ever walked this region. During storms, lightning is said to strike Zuma Rock more frequently than anywhere else nearby, fueling legends that it holds a hidden energy. Towering twice as high as the Great Pyramid of Giza, it has been a landmark for travelers, warriors, and storytellers throughout history. Is it simply a geological marvel? Or could Zuma Rock still hold secrets science has yet to uncover? Mount Merapi, Indonesia's fire mountain. Standing at over 9,000 feet, this is one of the most active and dangerous volcanoes on Earth. Located near the densely populated city of Yogyakarta, Merapi has erupted more than 80 times in the past 500 years. When it blows, it sends superheated gas and ash racing downhill at over 100 miles per hour, burning everything in its path. Locals call these pyroclastic flows the breath of the mountain. In 2010, an eruption killed over 300 people and forced tens of thousands to flee. Merapi doesn't just erupt, it explodes with fury. White Pocket, Arizona. Hidden deep within the Vermilion Cliffs of northern Arizona lies White Pocket, a geological masterpiece unlike anywhere else on Earth. This remote plateau is a swirl of red, white, and orange sandstone, twisted into shapes that look almost liquid, like waves frozen in stone. Scientists explain that over millions of years, shifting sand dunes were compressed, uplifted, and sculpted by wind and water, creating this surreal landscape. Yet to visitors, White Pocket feels less like geology and more like stepping onto another planet. The patterns resemble giant whirlpools, brain-like ridges, even alien terrain seen from space. For centuries, the area was so isolated that few people knew it existed, accessible only by rough desert tracks. Today, it remains one of the most mysterious corners of the American Southwest, a place where Earth's forces have painted a canvas so strange it challenges our very sense of reality. The Danakil Depression, Earth's closest thing to an alien planet. Located in Ethiopia's Afar region, this scorching landscape reaches temperatures over 130 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest inhabited places on Earth. Acidic pools bubble with toxic gas. The ground is painted in surreal colors: neon yellow, blood red, electric green, thanks to high concentrations of sulfur, iron, and salt. Volcanic activity, shifting tectonic plates, and deadly gas emissions make this place almost unlivable. Even experienced scientists need gas masks and heat protection. It's stunning, hostile, and utterly unforgiving, nature's version of hell on Earth. In the vast desert of Saudi Arabia stands one of the most puzzling geological formations on Earth, the Al Nasla Rock. Two enormous sandstone boulders rest side by side, split perfectly down the middle by a razor-straight line. The divide is so precise, so clean, that it looks as though the stones were sliced with a giant laser. To geologists, the explanation may lie in natural faulting and erosion, yet the perfection of the cut continues to stir debate. Local legends whisper that ancient civilizations, or perhaps even forces beyond our understanding, may have played a role. Adding to the mystery, strange petroglyphs of animals and human figures decorate the surface, hinting at a forgotten chapter of Arabia's past. Balanced delicately on small stone pedestals, the twin blocks appear frozen in time, defying gravity and logic. Deep in Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula lies the Valley of Death, a place so toxic it kills without warning. Located near the volcano Kikpinich, this silent killer emits invisible volcanic gases like hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Birds drop from the sky. Foxes and bears collapse mid-step. Entire herds of animals have been found dead, with no visible wounds. Step into the wrong pocket of air, and you'll suffocate before you even know what hit you. There are no warning signs, no second chances. Even scientists enter only with extreme protection. It looks peaceful, but it's a death trap. In Kamchatka's Valley of Death, the danger is invisible and it's everywhere.